Well, thank you. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to the second day of Connections. Really excited to talk Great Wolf Lodge and share our loyalty story with you. Let's go forward. The ubiquitous forward-looking statement. Please make all your purchasing decisions on currently available technology. Here's your agenda. We're going to have a conversation. I'm going to introduce Dave in just a moment and myself. And then we're going to show you. So we have a 7-minute demo lined up. It's going to be fantastic. I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about our loyalty platform built on Data Cloud. So I'm Matt Werner, AVP for I have responsibility for our travel and hospitality business within the digital team here at Salesforce. So what does that mean? Marketing, commerce, and now loyalty. And we work with our biggest travel customers across the US. Speaking of which, one of our phenomenal customers, Great Wolf Lodge. I'm joined by Dave Van Son. He is the VP of CRM and Ancillary Revenue at Great Wolf. Dave, why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself? And for those that don't know, although I'm sure any parents in the room familiar with Great Wolf Lodge, stayed at a Great Wolf Lodge property? Perfect. All right, Dave, over to you.
Great, thanks. My name's Dave Van Son, VP CRM and Ancillary. Been with the company about 8 years now. We are a chain of water park hotels. For those of you who haven't been, we have 23 locations, just opened one this year in Foxwoods, Connecticut. So we've been working with Salesforce for about 7 years. I've been over the relationship for about 4 of those.
Fantastic. Gambling and water parks. It's a good combination for those that know New England and Foxwoods. I've been there from time to time. So Dave, appreciate that. Appreciate the background. Can you just share a little bit about the journey with Salesforce and Great Wolf Lodge to date?
Yeah, so like I said, we brought Salesforce on about 7 years ago. Started with Core, Service Cloud, Marketing Cloud, added Tableau a little after that. For the first couple of years, it was good. It was functional. It really started to take off when we got the travel and hospitality team involved, and specifically Jeff Tolman, Karen Walker with us, really brought some hospitality focus to us and enabled us to start getting the most out of our platform. And so as we progressed, we started unlocking a lot of value, and I'll talk about our loyalty journey, but just last year we signed on for loyalty as well and Data Cloud. So we continue to evolve with Salesforce, looking forward to some really great things in the future with them.
Awesome. So as I mentioned, my team works with a lot of travel and hospitality customers. We talk a lot about loyalty. It can be a very complex, oftentimes siloed from the rest of the marketing organization type of initiative. How are you able to get consensus that, number one, it was time to make a change around the loyalty platform, and why did you select Salesforce?
Yeah, so to kind of get into that, we launched our loyalty program about 2.5 years ago. Obviously, loyalty in hospitality is not new. Bonvoy, Hyatt, Hill, everybody has a loyalty program, but we're a little bit different. We don't have high frequency visits. We're not trying to get you to come 100 times in a year, right? We are trying to get you to come back once. If you come back once, you're more than likely to come back again. And so it's getting the hooks into people to get them in. And so we spent a lot of time designing a loyalty program that does that. It's more of a retail-based cashback program, and you earn points on your whole folio, and you get, it's basically 10% back that can be applied to your next stay. And so when we launched it about 2.5 years ago, it was something that, we weren't sure about, to be honest. We'd been thinking about it for probably 15 years ahead of time. And we kind of dipped our toe in the water. But really quickly, what we found was that it was a value driver, and it was a big growth area for us. And so you talk about how you gain buy-in. Once you start seeing the repeat rate go up by double digits, you start to get buy-in. And as we came to the end of our contract with our old provider, we started looking around and thinking about what's next for loyalty. And what we started to uncover with Salesforce loyalty was, we needed a modern platform, and we needed a platform that would enable us to unlock all of the commercial benefits of loyalty. And so the great thing about Salesforce loyalty is it sits with all of our other commercial Salesforce products. It works very nicely with Marketing Cloud. It works very nicely with Service Cloud. And so gaining buy-in, it was really just about showing the growth that we've had and showing the roadmap that we could have if we went with a modern system instead of keeping with the other. It also helped that you guys were a little bit cheaper than what we had, which, I don't know if anybody should talk about pricing, but yeah, it was great. So that always helps too. But really it was that. But the key thing for us, I want to hammer on this a little bit, was we had a tight timeline. We made the decision to switch to even start looking about 6 months before our contract was up. And I think we signed the contract, with 4 or 3 months to go. And so the key was, can you get it launched in time that people could keep, earning and burning at Great Wolf and not lose track of their points? And the answer was yes. It was a really seamless, implementation. We had a great partner called Magna that you guys helped us out with that did it in, probably 9 weeks. The customers didn't know, which is the best thing you can say about it. And so, it was about focus. It was about scope, limited scope, narrow scope, making sure that the lights stayed on essentially. But what's great about the Salesforce loyalty platform is once you have it in, you've unlocked everything that goes with it. So we're really looking forward to unleashing it.
That's awesome. 9 weeks is pretty impressive. And I just took a note to raise our prices. So Karen.
Sorry, everyone.
Let's go. Appreciate. I've never had a customer say we were too cheap. So
I didn't say
this
too
is already
cheap.
the best session of the day. Oh, that's what I heard. Sorry. No, I appreciate that, Dave. As you think about, sort of the next step on the Salesforce platform and maybe more broadly for Great Wolf, like what's next?
Yeah, so like I said, we're really viewing Voyagers is the name of our program, as a growth area. So we launched with, you had to stay 2 nights to earn any points. We last year rolled that to be 1 night, so you earn on every stay. Next up for us is really trying to drive our member rates or our member growth. And so we launched member rates on the web this year. And, basically you get a discount if you sign up for Voyagers. We saw 185% increase in our Voyager signups. We have over 3 million members now. And so we've really proven this could be a great commercial program. Next step for us is to get in the lodge, tell people about it, right? Make sure it's integrated to every step along the way. What's nice about the Salesforce platform is you can build journeys, you can build flows that can help with push notifications, tell people that they're earning and get in there when they should be doing something you want them to do, right? That's the whole point of loyalty. And so, a lot can be done. We're using the voucher functionality on Salesforce Loyalty to give people bonus deals. Some people are going to need an extra $10 savings, right, to get them over the finish line of making a booking. Maybe they're going to want, an extra promo when they earn something. We're going to look at badging, micro rewards. There's the sky's really the limit.
Super exciting. Appreciate you sharing the story. We are going to share the technology story now. So Dave and I are going to walk off stage. If I don't have time after to say it, thank you, Dave, for joining us. Thank you for the tremendous partnership. Great Wolf Lodge. I know some of the teammates are here. Some of the folks from Magna are here. So thank you, Magna. Let's roll the video.
Let's do it.
Thank you, Dave, and thank you to the entire Great Wolf leadership team. I truly feel like I'm a member of the pack. For those here at Connections, welcome. Quick level set, we're looking at Data Cloud. The main goal that Great Wolf Lodge had was how can we weave loyalty throughout the guest experience? I'd say main goal, definitely one of the goals for the purpose of increasing the repeat visits of their guests. So here within Data Cloud, data could come in from various sources, whether it's email engagement from Marketing Cloud, web from the website, property level data coming from, or bookings from Opera. There are various ways that the team could leverage the system with the pre-built connectors to get to the data, whether batch or streaming or real-time. Added value through the zero copy partnership network was being able to leverage Snowflake to simply leave data where it resides and still leverage it within the flow of work to perform a certain use case or to achieve a certain use case. So 250 pre-built connectors that could be taken advantage of. Now, once this data is connected, it's mapped. So here's reservation data on the left. On the right-hand side, it's mapped over to the customer graph. value there is time to value. Using Salesforce and having an existing foundation, being able to quickly accelerate the time to value of making those connections via the Salesforce platform added to the value to stand up a solution very quickly. As the data is mapped, the Great Wolf Lodge team can map additional sources of data, right, to truly get a single view of the guest. Again, whether it's email engagement data, reservation level data, data coming from sources that has never lived in Salesforce. Now, once the data is mapped, the team can run identity resolution, whether a combination of deterministic and or probabilistic matching, to go from close to 1.2 million source profiles here down to close to 375,000 unique views of each and every single guest. Now, what's the value there for the marketing team? What's the value for the business? Everyone within the Great Wolf Lodge organization could leverage the data, the same view of the guest, to achieve one-to-one personalization, whether that's marketing, whether that's the call center, whether that's directly at the lodge. Here you can see an example of Elena Martinez, but maybe before we had Elena in 20 different systems with 20 different emails. Now we've collapsed it down, we have a single view to achieve that goal of weaving loyalty throughout the guest experience. Here I see that loyalty program information. I see all of those promotions or deals that Elena may be eligible, or that we have associated to her profile. All of those transactions, right? Those accruals, those redemptions, everything that is the heartbeat of the loyalty program is directly within the program. Now, how can marketing leverage this data to further personalize that experience? So we want to target Elena or anyone that fits that cohort with a slide into June deal, AKA a promotion in loyalty terms. Now, using the Salesforce platform, this is very easy, right? As a marketer, absolutely, I could use a WYSIWYG editor, or I could simply go in and leverage generative AI, and with a couple of clicks, without having to understand the full taxonomy of the data model, I can simply enter in a prompt. I want to target those Voyage Club members that have a channel preference of email, and they have no booking. Now, as a marketer, it's going to span across the entire data model here. I don't have to, again, know the data model. I don't have to know what certain attribute names even mean, but I get the returned attributes here. I can quickly run a population count. As a marketer, I can still go in here and edit and adjust those rules, and then I can associate this cohort directly against a promotion. And beyond the promotion, I mean, the team was able to leverage the full loyalty program capabilities, right? So all of the members, all of the program partners, the overall setup of a program, right? So maybe it's driving further guest engagement. We want to gamify that experience. All of these capabilities are built natively into the Salesforce platform. Maybe we want to incentivize guests and give them a voucher when they're on property for a free pizza that the whole family can enjoy, or for the parents, a free beverage, right? How do we drive gamification leveraging badges or surprise and delight by knowing someone that's a VIP? And again, displaying that on that Elena profile so everyone within the organization can have that same conversation. But if you think about being able to track the accruals and redemptions, again, heartbeat of the loyalty program, being able to process all of these rules and adjust the points, redeem the points is all natively built in. Now, as we are into June and we'd like to get you all here at Connections over to a Great Wolf Lodge location, let's talk about how the team can leverage a quick promotion to then associate that promotion to that cohort that we just created, AKA that segment. So within the quick promotion wizard, again, it's as simple as I state, being a wizard. You define the name, right? How often or how long is this promotion going to run for? In this case, we'll say for the full month of June. With a couple of clicks, this promotion can then be directly associated to a segment. Hey, guess what? That segment that we just created. Or it could be against multiple segments. This is all done with clicks. A couple more clicks along the path. This data, right, being the promotion, aka the deal in Great Wolf Lodge terms, as well as that cohort, all of those guests that meet that criteria, can automatically flow downstream over to the marketing cloud, where we leverage this data as part of a journey. So within the Journey Builder canvas, the data will flow seamlessly into the entry point, and then the cohort, right? The deal, the promotion, all of that can inform the creative that's leveraged within the individual channels, or leverage the data to determine as a marketer the different splits and decision paths that you take, with the ultimate goal to be able to, yes, get that guest to come back, to increase the frequency of visits, but also when the guest does come back on property, how do we ensure that it's the best experience? So again, going back to the single view of Elena, here I'm now directly within the agent console, right? An associate console that everyone within the lodges, all employees could leverage within Great Wolf Lodge. A similar view of Elena, again, still the single view. I see her upcoming stay. I can go to the loyalty tab and see her loyalty information, all working from that same single pane of glass. And how do we know this is working, right? How do we track performance? So we have the overall program engagement, right? Member acquisition per channel. Member engagement, right? How many members are accruing points, redeeming points? What's the lift that we're getting from these promotions, these deals that we're running? All of this natively within the Salesforce platform. Again, very excited to partner with the Great Wolf Lodge team. It's amazing to see that loyalty is truly being woven throughout the guest experience. It's going to be a key component to take them to the next level. And with that, thank you for being here at Connections. I'll hand it back over to Dave and Matt to take any questions.
Thank you, James, for that amazing demo. I saw you before. Maybe you're somewhere here still. There he is back there waving. Thank you. Excellent job. Thank you, Dave. Thank you to the Great Wolf Lodge team. Have an amazing rest of Connections. Thank you.
Thanks.